Minasan konnichiwa! Will the borders open this October or not? This is what I want to talk today. I have a special guest, as you can see. He's born in Japan, at least I think, so I'm sure he has strong opinion about the borders. Jokes aside, I wanted to introduce to you my little friend Scratchino. We gave him this name because from the first day we met, he really loved to scratch everywhere. We are not sure about his age since he was a stray cat, but he's still very Genki, as you can see. I mean, now he's a bit probably afraid about the position. I'm not sure how long he's going to stay. After this necessary introduction, before I start, I want to remind everyone that everything that I say in this channel is my personal opinion. If you're turning on this channel for the first time, my name is Davide. I'm the co-founder of a study abroad agency in Japan called NIHON, and I've been supporting international students asking the government to open the borders with activities you can find on this YouTube channel, my Twitter, and educationisnottourist.com website. If you want to support my actions and help to spread awareness about the situation of international students, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like and share this video. Thank you very much. Talking about actions, last week was certainly very busy, but I say it with a smile because we could achieve so much. I and other members of educationisnottourist.com were able to talk with 7 MPs, politicians in the Japanese parliament, to present to them the situation of international students stranded outside Japan and ask for a change in the border policy. Some of them have shown a lot of support and have taken actions to bring our request to the Ministry of Education and the Prime Minister office. I won't name all the politicians and people who have been listening and helping students, but if you go on my Twitter, I've shared some tweets from some of the politicians, so bye Scratchy. So you can also go on Twitter and say thank you to them. I think it's very important for all students, but also workers out there, to know that you are not alone, as maybe you were feeling earlier this year. Thanks to a lot of active people, schools and politicians, we were able to achieve so much in just 4 months since we started this. I would have never imagined when I put here my first video on this YouTube channel that in such a short time I was going, together of course with the people I'm working with, to present a formal proposal to several members of the parliament. This shows that even if it's true that some members of the government have taken bad decisions towards students, workers and families, decisions that have hurt mentally, economically too many people, but it's also true that there is support in the government, and if we keep positive and work together, we can achieve our goal of opening the borders. I don't want to create false expectation that it will surely open soon, so please also be prepared in case it won't open right away. But I can guarantee that with your support, I will continue until the borders will open. Please stay positive in any case, since there is no benefit in turning negative, blaming yourself or other people in this situation. We must find our way out in a way that works well for you and for all the people that are waiting like you. Let's move on some data analysis and news that will help us to analyze the situation for October. Vaccination had passed the 50% mark of the Japanese population, 3 weeks earlier than the government goal, and there is no sign of slowing down. We can aim to reach 58% of fully vaccinated people by the end of this month and 70% by the end of October, which is very good. We also have good news for what concerns the infection rate and the number of cases in Japan. On Thursday, 16th of September, we had only 801 cases in Tokyo, less than half than the number we had 1 week before. And the total for Japan was also half than we had 1 week before, with a bit more of 6,000 cases. The timing of cases going down and vaccination going up is surely good for our request to open the borders to students in October. Japan has also, for the first time officially, announced about a plan to reduce the quarantine to people who are vaccinated in Japan, but not only Japan, also including US and Europe, with the vaccines that Japan is recognizing, so AstraZeneca, Pfizer and Moderna. Although I hope that in the short future Japan will recognize all WHO approved vaccines and accepts also more country certificates, I think this is a good first step, since Japan didn't just say, oh, we only recognize our certificate, but from the beginning they are open to accept certificates from abroad. I kept for last the biggest news. The LDP, Liberal Democratic Party, who is the ruling party right now, on the 22nd of September will have a review of the border measures. As I mentioned before, I want everyone to be hopeful and positive, but also I want you to be prepared to different type of outcomes as well. The most negative outcome possible for us is that there is absolutely no mention to foreigners waiting to enter Japan, but the discussion is related only to Japanese people going out and back into the country. A better outcome for us is that after Keidan-ren pressure, there is a sign of reopen, at least for business travel. Even if this won't include all type of visas, it is surely a step in the right direction and make us closer to the following decision to reopen also to other type of visa. The best outcome, of course, is a clear sign of a reopen for all visa, including student, business, workers, and dependent family visas. There is, of course, a lot of that could happen between those scenarios that I showed you just now, but I wanted to simplify and show 3 possible outcomes to explain in a simple way the situation we have right now. Even for the worst outcome, it's important you don't give up and stay positive. There is so much we have done in the past months, and we are in touch with influential people who want to help students, workers, and families, and are working actively right now to make this change happen. So the good news will come up at some point. I know, of course, it's really hard to wait further, and no one of you deserves to be in this situation. You are vaccinated and ready to follow all the procedures necessary to safely enter Japan, including quarantine and PCR testing before and after arriving in Japan, to make sure no one is bringing a new variant and harming the Japanese population. We are actually explaining this directly to the decision makers. Because of that and the vaccination progress in Japan, I think we still have some hopes for an announcement for October, and if not, at least for November. I can guarantee that the government is 100% aware now of international students and cannot ignore the issue for too long. The next few weeks may be a roller coaster of emotions for some of you, but please stay positive and we'll get through it so we can all celebrate in Japan. Take care and matane. Bye!